Hello everyone, welcome to Rise of Patience. Today we've got a different kind of game, a 1 versus 1 between Serman and Kaitaro. What's different about this is that Kaitaro is a relatively new player and I don't think he is any match for Serman. We have seen him play against H and Z before and you all know how it went. So let's see how much Kaitaro has improved over this time. He is Egypt in this game. I'm assuming that none of them, there is no skill level involved here. So both Serman and Kaitaro are playing with regular normal skill. On this side we have got Egyptians versus Germans. While Egyptians are good, I think Germans are clearly the better nation here. Although I won't say Egyptians are too bad. They're probably a mid-tier nation, not like a top tier as a German, but still not the worst of the nation. Kaitaro has got really nice rares though. He's got diamonds, pappy, and gems. There's also silver in the middle, exactly in the middle of both of these players. Let's see who will capture that. For Sermon, he's got peacocks, copper, so nothing extraordinary. So that's a good handicap for Sermon because his opponent has got really nice rares. On this side there is horses, great for anybody who's using this. Then there is citrus. I don't think anybody's going to use this. This silver is also going to be game changing. So far Sermon is, well, both of them are just following the regular build order. And on this side, Kaitaro has got 6 farms up. He is going commerce and then he is going for military directly. On this side, Sermon, he's just making a market. And this is one good thing about Egyptians, that they can reach the 100 food cap very quickly. In fact, probably even faster than Germans. So here Sermon, I think he's going to age without the military, at least that's what it looks like. He's sending one merchant here and he's making another merchant. Don't know where will he send it. Okay, he's sending to horses. That's a very good very good choice there. On the side, barracks for Kaitaro, so he's going for an ancient age attack. Hey agency, yeah, this is going to be a very lopsided game, I'm afraid. I don't think Sermon, it'll be even a challenge for Sermon. Sermon's going for Senate University. That's the default build order, as a lot of players might be aware of. This is a clear boom build order where you do not go for the raiding building first. Usually if you want to raid your opponent before you boom, you go for stable and then build everything else, but in this case it's the opposite. Sermon is first going for Republic and probably the stable is defensive. The thing is, Kaitaro is making a big mistake. In H2, bowmen are not really a good unit to attack. Bowmen are great to attack in age 1 because they can run away, but once the cavalry come into the picture, these bowmen are easily, yeah, they're useless. This was a waste of time for Kaitaro at this point. He's using his micro very well, but that was a good call to run away. On this side, Sermon is now going for second military. And he's trying to bribe those archers. I think that was a very good idea to try that. He might have even got them if he had moved his senator a little more in front. So he's, and great choice by Kaitaro. He's raiding the horses. Although it's just archers, so it'll take some time, but I don't think Sermon is in any condition to stop these raids. That horse is going down for sure. Maybe these archers will go down or not, that's a different story. And serman, well, there are too many archers here. A temple from serman here. He is going for what? He's going for, no, he's not going for that. He's going for Thebes on this side. Kaitaro is coming with some raiding units of his own. Actually, this is not bad. Kaitaro is playing just like a pro at this till this point. But serman sees the villager, so he will know that Kaitaro is going to build a city here. Kaitaro should have got a temple on this one, because despite the gems, he's not able to make use of that very much. And a mistake that I have pointed out multiple times in my games, that a single villager is never enough to wherever you want to build a city. You should always try to go for multiple villagers. So now this silver is going to be at the center. A great call by serman to build using multiple villagers. This senator is running after these heavy infantry, but he won't get it. Meanwhile, Kaitaro has no protection from these. This is a heaven for raiding, man. Come on, Kaitaro should have sent at least a light cavalry here. Serman can do so much damage. Again, this is a big mistake, because Kaitaro could lose this citizen easily if Serman wanted to kill it. A temple on the last city. Let's compare the economies. Well, the ecos are still close. Kaitaro is doing really good at this point. He has got an amazing eco. He's got a lot of units for sure, and he is still he's doing fine compared to serman here. This might have been a great place to build his city as well. Maybe a fort here, and then serman gets these two wood lines total. Serman's getting a lookout in a very weird position. I have no clue why anybody would get a lookout there, because there is big mountain here that's just gonna block its line of sight anyway. Maybe this lookout could have been here. But on this side, well, what are you doing, serman or Kaitaro? You need to bribe this. That was horrible. That was horrible. Kaitaro waited all this time for nothing. Now ambush. Kaitaro can ambush this. He's getting another. That's a poor move. That's really bad presence of mind by Kaitaro. He should have ambushed that. He could not have bribed it. Bad play there. He has got a great eco. In fact, he has got a great eco. Also, a lot of units. I think in the long run, like, at least the way he's playing right now, he's well suited to kill him. What are you doing, Kaitaro? Don't lose your senator like that. Don't lose your senator like that, man. Oh my god, that was so close. Yeah, so Kaitaro, well, he is making a lot of mistakes, but he has improved a lot. For what it looks like, he's playing really well here. And it's time to replace the merchants on these. This woodcutter camp is also a great raiding site. Let's see, he knows about that. Serman is probably going to make a move there soon, and he's also here with an ambush. So this diamond merchant has been poorly placed. I hope this was a mistake, because Kaitaro should be placing this merchant close to the market whenever possible. There is no militia upgrade on these, so that's not going to work. And actually, that's a great presence of mind by Kaitaro. He managed to run away with his merchant. On the same side, Kaitaro is going for some raids. Let's see these raids. Oh, and he got spotted. He got spotted. Where the, oh man, these are really, there are 3 archers but no crossbow, those crossbow upgrade. It really hurts to see that. Crossbows are one of the strongest units in this game, and you must get that upgrade as soon as possible. Still no crossbow. Oh man, it hurts. But anyway, Kaitaro is trying to get these heavy cavalries there. And nice use of horses by Serman. He is, even if it costs him 2 units, well, I don't know if putting 2 units is worth it, because the unit cost inflates when you build more units. So let's see. Anyway, is Kaitaro going to raid those horses or not? By the way, guys, I got another dog, and both the dogs are fighting right now. So one of these guys need to go back to their home. Give me a second. Okay, let's go. Really nice eco by Serman here. Very good eco. Although his metal is not good at all. I can't completely blame him, because yeah, it's because his metal mines are far away from his main city, so he cannot use smelter, and usually players don't like to build metal mines where the smelter is not going to be made. Another thing, a tip for Kaitaro is, whenever you raid with these heavy cavalry, it's a good idea to also go on parallel raids with the full army. So full army parallel raid here and cavalry raid here would be a great combo, because that would ensure that the opponent's full army does not chase down your heavy cavalry like it's doing right now. Because if the opponent's whole army is chasing down your heavy cavalry, then your raids are going to be useless. Kaitaro is playing really well. He has improved a lot. Now, the part that this city is still small and not large is questionable, but I am going to overlook that for now. And I have no clue why Kaitaro is not killing this light cavalry. It should have been dead already, man. Serman has got this lookout here, which is going to prevent any ambushes. Also, this city could be firing back right now, but I have no clue what's he trying to do. He should garrison a building inside, unit inside, so that the city also fires against this keep. Meanwhile, Serman here is aiming for gunpowder raids. Nice raids, really nice raids by what? Kaitaro is getting a +2 woodcutter camp here. Does he need that? No, he should have used this woodcutter camp instead of that. And heavy cavalries are poor defending units. A good defending unit would be either a horse archer or a light horse. Oh, he even took out the heavy cavalry. Yeah, some things that Kaitaro can definitely improve. And there goes Serman with his some things never change. He is going for an extra commerce, but if he can survive for that, then it's a good deal. If he can make use of this extra commerce, then there's never you cannot go wrong with extra commerce, as long as you can make use of it, and as long as your opponent doesn't outage you and kill you before you have the time to upgrade your units. Another mistake by Kaitaro is that he has not replaced gems. He also has not placed this papyrus close to the tower. Alright, the siege factory is going down. This is a very impressive army, no doubt about that. In fact, Kaitaro has got a superb eco here. He's got 200 of food, which I completely understand with the Egyptians. It's easy to get that food income. So Kaitaro is actually almost toe to toe with Serman here. Another smelter could be put down. Nice, that's a smelter, and there's another smelter. So very soon Kaitaro will have almost as good an income as Serman, but Serman is going to age very soon. Kaitaro can also age. This has been a mistake from Kaitaro. First, that he did not check for horses. Next, he also, oh my god, he did not replace diamonds, and he doesn't have there is no protection here. These units are just by themselves. And he doesn't even have militia. So these are horrible. This is a horrible gameplay in terms of defense. Kaitaro could be losing a lot of idle time, a lot of villagers if he doesn't pay attention here. Militia is the least that I would expect players to do. Now on this side, Serman, while Serman is doing really, oh my god, what are you doing, Kaitaro? What is this? Kaitaro just ran into the opponent's territory with everything. This was, oh man, whatever that was, it's hard, very hard to see this. All the villages lost in this woodcutter camp. Oh man, I cannot believe what I just saw. 4 heavy cavalry for the raids, but they're not going to do much damage. And losing your siege is one of the worst thing that you can do in this game. Also, I noticed that Kaitaro does not have a castle. He's been spending all of his metal and wealth on these heavy cavalries. He does not notice that they just got paralyzed. Oh my god, no, that was a poor use of 4 cavalries. Very bad raids, I'm afraid to say that. And instead of putting these units, Kaitaro should spend on towers, because towers they're permanently there, they cannot be killed, and you can garrison your units whenever needed. So at this point, it's going to be a miracle if Kaitaro wins this game. And Serman is getting ready for Enlightenment Age very soon. Oh, he's making another observation post and a 4th city. Yeah, now Serman has full control in the game. In fact, there was a point when Kaitaro could have taken this city, because Serman wasn't ready for that. Serman did not have army. If he found 2 or 3 sieges from Kaitaro, even if Serman aged, he does not have enough fortification on this city. There's no tower behind the city. There's just an observation post which can be taken down by 2 shots. Hey Marvin. So right now, whatever Kaitaro is doing here, he's just stalling. He's just trying to make use of his siege, which is not the best utilization of army. Another thing is that if he wanted to make such a huge army, then he has to use it to justify. Serman just bribed this library, so now he knows what Kaitaro's library looks like. And if your opponent knows what your library looks like, he can guess what your strategy is. And after that, Kaitaro is also not paying attention. Okay, he just managed to move the heavy infantry in time. That was good. His raids are really good. It's just that some of these raids have been completely useless. Finally, a castle from Kaitaro. So with Egyptians, remember, if you're not getting any other wonder, instead of castle, get the red fort. Red Fort costs about the same as a regular castle for Egyptians, and then you get so many freebies. I would never get a regular fort with Egyptians ever. And Serman, well, Serman is overdoing it. He's going for commerce level 4. I think that initial play by Serman, by Kaitaro was really good. After that, don't know what he's doing. So destroying the farms and all is good, but it's when you know that your opponent has a better nation like Germans, and when you know that your opponent is someone like Serman who likes to boom, this is not the best thing to do, because he is not doing enough damage to justify all this army he has. He easily has more army than Serman. He should be attacking instead of just killing farms. And now Serman is getting ready for Enlightenment Age. On this side, Kaitaro is also getting ready for Enlightenment Age. He's got I said that's not the worst eco I've seen, so he can, but his knowledge income is far behind Kaitaro's. 280 versus 90. Kaitaro still hasn't made the city huge, so Kaitaro needs to know that large cities are required to get more border ports. If the city was large, there would be less wood income for Serman, and that's also a way to punish him. Next, he's also not using gems for whatever reason. All of these are really bad gameplays. Another thing that you have to do if you are Egyptians is raids with these Mamelukes. These Mamelukes are amazing for raids. Finally, you see the woodcutter camp has, I hope it has fewer villagers now than before. And especially with that gems, he can push so much. Serman is already aging now. Serman, does he have units? Well, he does not have as many units. Kaitaro easily has more units. And Kaitaro is also going for raids at this point. Oh my god. How did he miss that? How did he miss the horse merchant? And no, that's a huge army by Kaitaro. Let's see. Serman is even getting Minutemen, so he knows that this, oh man. So this is something that you should never ever do, guys. If you have a lot of army but they're aged behind, put them back in the city. Do not engage until you have the upgraded units. This was a clear win. This Kaitaro could have won this one if he had waited. What is he trying to do here? He lost so many heavy infantry. Those heavy infantry would have chopped through everything that Serman had. Also, the operations upgrade is missing from Kaitaro. He's also missing the monarch, so now it's GG here. I don't think Kaitaro can get back in the game anymore. And here is Serman going another extra commerce before Enlightenment Age. He's still using horses, and still there's no tower. There's no tower on this woodcutter camp. I cannot believe that despite getting raided so much, Kaitaro still does not have a tower here. It should have been the first move. And with this Minutemen research, it's going to be very difficult for Kaitaro to even think about winning, because even if he takes this city, Serman will have his Minutemen coming. Minutemen are going to be these villagers converted to battle units. You can see how strong these are. They can actually, I think 2 or 3 Minutemen can take down a heavy cavalry. Another thing is that being Egyptians, Kaitaro did not build any wonder, so he's just wasting his his civilization power. He could have built a wonder. At least one wonder is required, and Kaitaro knows that there is. I mean, why wouldn't he use gems? Okay, that's a good call by Serman. He deleted his Carabinier instead of losing it to Spy. And Serman is just waiting. He is in no hurry to kill. He just went science level 6. And Kaitaro calls it GG. So one thing is for sure, Kaitaro has come a long way. He has improved from what he used to be. His raids have improved, although not the best raids, but still. One thing that was lacking in this game was a clear idea about clear plan for this game. Kaitaro had siege, has units, but he never tried to take the city. And when he engaged, he had Age 3 army fighting against Age 5 army. Despite the numbers, he lost because of the technology, lack of technology. Some things that he need to learn about is getting the city to become big. His eco management has become really good. He was. I don't think the reason he lost this game was his eco. His eco was awesome. He needs to work on his defense, putting towers wherever required, putting some units, not putting heavy cavalry for defense because they are too slow to chase units. Light cavalry are great for defending. Even archers or arquebusiers are great for defending. Another thing that he could have done in this game is use his nation power. For Egyptians, I would have liked to see some nice wonders like Pyramid, Colossus, Hanging Gardens, Forbidden City, or Red Fort. All these are great wonders. Even Versailles would have been great, which in the end Serman built. He never completed it, but he would have. Nice game, guys. That'll be all from my side for today. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.